Welcome to Curated Clean, the podcast,
where we get our hands dirty so you don't have to.
We are your hosts, we are your curators, and we are also sisters. I'm Michelle, but I go by Mike.
My name is Mandy.
And I'm Whitney.
Welcome back to the final ding ding
round.
The
Battle Royale
of
Free
Summer.
Sting-free summer. Okay, Sting-free summer. If you haven't listened to the first four episodes. I forgot. This is our fifth. I always think that we were doing it in four, but we did 4 rounds, which is really fun. We reviewed quite a few deodorants. We're already reviewing deodorants for next Stink-free summer.
Already got in the ring and battled it out.
Already battling it out.
Got the little fisties.
Can I just say the recap on this? We have some really good competitors this go around. I think it's awesome. So in the liquid category, the liquid winner is Pit Liquor. Ding ding in the ring.
I sure hope you're watching the vlog because you're going to get a treat.
Yes.
I won't lie. We like this kind of cartoony idea because let's talk. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about armpits. We're talking about stink and sweat and all this stuff. And I think it's fun to just kind of playfully talk about this.
Yes.
We wanted to, if you listen to the very first episode, we wanted to talk about the stigma that goes around with sweat. And we've said this whole time, it's a stink-free summer, not a sweat-free summer, because we want you sweating, but you don't have to stink while you do it.
That's right.
So anyways, Pit Liquor was our winner for our liquids.
And it comes in roll-ons and spray. And we're going to do close-ups of all of these for you. Here's our Pit Liquor spray. In the bottom, I was trying to show you guys the arrowroot powder that you shake. Just looks like that, a little cloudy. And it spritzes out really nice. Just like that. Really easy. Sorry for the video quality of this, guys. This is this was the one that Mike was saying, be careful. Let it dry fully before you apply this one.
Yeah.
And then you can just see that it's a roll-on. I don't know if you want to roll this on my arm, maybe?
Oh, here, I'll do it on mine.
Yeah, do it on yours.
Okay, so we've shaken up. There's just a slight discoloration.
Yes.
You get a lot of product on this too. So just remember that. And
and here's a clear one. Maybe we should do this clear one.
Oh, now watch my arm. See how it's drying pretty fast?
It is.
So if you're watching, you'll get to see that. For just our listeners, we could probably do some ASMR and just spray it for you.
There we go.
I'm not joking. I'm an ASMR, but we are going to do an episode. I love it. I promise. I promise it's coming. Okay. In the next category, what do we call this one? The cream?
It's a cream.
It's a cream.
We got this little guy.
Bing, bing, bing.
Type A.
Type A. Look at that bicep right there.
Type A.
Feeling strong. Feeling
Type A1 in the cream category against Lumi, which was surprising.
Yes.
Here's the Type A, and it's a cream. Maybe if you want to put this on your arm too, you can squeeze it up through this little applicator. Really nice. Yeah. And if Michelle will just rub that on in. Yep. Goes on just like a lotion.
Feels
and it's not tacky.
Yeah, it's not. It literally absorbs right in.
It absorbs, It absorbs right in. It's really nice.
So
yeah, really nice.
I like that the top of it has an applicator, so you don't have to use your hand if you don't want to. Beautiful scents. I tried the lavender kind, and it was, it smelled really nice.
Yeah.
On to the next one. These are more of the stick deodorants that you're kind of more used to. So My Magic Mud was the winner in the clear, like the gel one. Woo woo! He looks tough.
He's got charcoal. He's got magnesium.
And he goes on clear, is what they tout.
And he smells good.
Smells good.
Yeah, they got good scents.
They have some good
Smells good.
scents. Unique scents.
Yeah.
Good scents.
Then we've got My Magic Mud right here. If you take the lid off, you take a look at it. This is what we were trying to tell you guys. It's not the prettiest. Yeah, it's not the prettiest.
This is the vetiver. And
you can kind of see what those look like. But when you apply it, nice and smooth.
It's a little tacky.
A little tacky, but it dries down.
It does. It dries down.
It dries down.
Yep. Okay, and then in the true stick deodorant, which is I think the one that's most used to, it's kind of the whitish deodorant, goes on kind of creamy, solid, is Each and Every.
Yes.
And goes on smooth, didn't stain, comes in tons of flavors. They have tons of unique flavors. And also their little travel sizes are really cool.
Here is the Each and Every. We got the 2 different sizes for you guys to see. They're both round though. So the full size, you can see, it's just really smooth.
Just roll it up like that.
Yeah, really smooth. Yeah. I mean, it goes on clear. It
goes on clear, absorbs in nicely.
Absorbs nice.
The shape works well for your armpit, like this.
It does.
You know, so it like works nice.
Yep, really nice. The small one is the same shape, just smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it fits in great for travel. Fits in the palm of your hand. This one, if you look at these like together, they're just. I'm trying to show you size ratio here, so that you can kind of see what they all look like together as far as like the sizes go.
Yeah, they're very similar actually.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna be honest here. You should comment on this whether or not you like this. Our podcasts are really how do you want to say this? They are
they're unscripted, they're organic.
They're unscripted. They are free form. A lot of times what we discuss, I mean, we have like all of our research, but we kind of bring it to the table in a new way so it's fresh.
We don't come with preconceived notions or ideas.
Right.
And I would say 98% of the time, we don't know what we're going to say.
Right.
We don't know what the outcome's going to be.
Even right now, I don't know who I'm going to pick for this. I'm honestly, I'm torn. Yes. I don't know.
Right. So I think we like it that way because we think it's more fun to do it that way. But put in the comments whether or not you want it to be more scripted, and we can try a really scripted one. But we really like this kind of free-form, fun, off-the-cuff thing, because that's literally how we live our lives, and we're sisters, and so you get the goodness of it. Isn't that so fun?
Well, we want to always just come across as your friends who know a little bit about everything, you know?
And if we don't know, we try to find out.
Right. Exactly.
And, and the other thing I want to say, as I say all this, Mandy said we want to be truthful, and I agree with this. Everything that we've reviewed, we purchased all of it. None of it was sponsored. We always tell you if something has been given to us to test or whatever. None of these were. We purchased all these ourselves.
Right.
And so we just want to be honest about that too, that these were, not sponsored at all. They're all things that we've gotten and used and all that stuff.
So, I mean, I don't know, maybe like we should go through and just talk about the pros and cons of each one.
Yep.
So we have one last review.
One last recap. Yep. And we're trying to keep this one short for you guys because we're going to get straight to the nitty gritty, the pitty gritty.
Okay, we're gonna get to the pitty gritty. Okay, so let's jump in right here. Yep. So
we'll work our way across. Pit liquor. It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it's liquor based.
Yes,
it's alcohol based.
Yep. Like rum, whiskey, vodka. Those are the bases. I like that it's not trying to necessarily cover up your scent. It's trying to kill the bacteria that would cause you to have the smell. You know, so I dig that. I like that it's a spray and a roll-on choice. I personally have both at home. So I think it's convenient. I like that it dries pretty fast.
Yeah, it really does.
It doesn't leave a stain.
Okay.
Just if you shave your armpits, don't put it on immediately after.
No. Okay, so here's how I'm a pro and con person. Like I like the list. So the pros for me on this are that it's easy to apply.
Yes. Easy to apply.
I like that it tries to kill the bacteria.
Right.
Okay.
Like
and not necessarily like covering up the smell. It just kind of, I mean, although the scents are really good. They smell so
really
yummy.
good. They do.
A couple of cons for me are this. Although it dries quickly, it does take a few seconds of dry time. Like, I mean, like when I put it on, you kind of have to do the chicken just for a little bit.
I agree.
It's not super long, but I mean, it is a liquid. It goes from a liquid to, drying out really fast.
Right.
Better than its competitor, which it beat out.
Yes.
And I do like that a pro for me is that it comes in both forms. You can do roll-on, you can do spray, and it comes in lots of fun scents. They do limited editions, which I think are fun for Father's Day or Christmas or things like that.
Yes.
Right.
They even
seasons.
Seasons and everything. My husband bought the one that's the mint, chocolate mint. And it smells like an Andes mint.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally smells like that.
Yeah. I have this one that's pear and cardamom for summer. It's
I haven't smelled that
It's a
one
limited
yet.
edition for summer.
Was it? And they even like label the bottle. Like this one of Mandy's was bottle 58 of 72. So that's all that was.
Yeah, that's all there is.
All that came out of that one. Oh my gosh, it smells good. So I like that. I think they're fun. They can stay with the seasons.
Yeah.
I like that you have two different options. So that's what I liked about it. Those are my pros and cons.
That's a good one.
It is good.
The mint chocolate one, if it has a little bit of color in it, I did have to wait for that to dry. Otherwise, it didn't really stain my clothes, but on the white lighter ones, you could see some coloring because of, I don't know what they put in it. Like, I don't know if it's cocoa or whatever the powder is.
That's true. Okay.
But as soon as it dried, it didn't do that. So I always let it dry first. It wasn't a big deal. And it came out in the wash. It didn't stain anything. It was just something I noticed that, a con for me, but not necessarily for everybody, is if you do know somebody who has an alcohol problem or something like that, they don't fall into that category because it is alcohol based.
Yeah. Yes.
And so, like, if you're sending this to somebody that's at a treatment facility and they don't allow alcohol products in, that won't make it in. So just something to be mindful of. We try to think about all sorts of scenarios. So that's just one thing that, it wouldn't be appropriate for something like that.
Yes.
So, Winnie, did you have anything else to add on that?
I mean, I think we covered all. I really like pit liquor, so for me, I think we hit all the pros for it. Like I said, I don't really have any cons other than just if you do use it. If you shaved your armpits, wait, it burns pretty. I learned my lesson.
For a while. It'll burn for a while. You want to make sure that if you shave your armpits, do it the night before, and then you're safe to use it the next day, or at least I was. But you definitely don't want to be a fresh shave and it
absolutely
burns.
not. You know, and I honestly even like sprayed it like kind of like a perfume-ish kind of. And it really, I just sprayed it all over and it helped a lot. So.
I do think that's also a pro to it. That you could use it as a parfum kind of thing, and the smells are nice. It absorbs in nice. Like if you put it on your wrists, and
maybe that's another thing we could do. We could put some of the roll-on on our wrist and one of these close-ups for you guys, and you could see what it looks like.
Yep, we'll do that and insert that. Okay, cool. So ding ding, that's how pit liquor won its category.
Right.
Okay, on to type A, which is more of the cream base, like a lotion.
Yes.
Anybody want to start with that?
I enjoyed the scents. I enjoyed the ease of application. You don't have to use your fingers.
Yep.
You could use your fingers if you wanted to. You could squeeze it out and do it if you like the precision of that, I guess. But you don't have to. Whereas I think one of the reasons Lumi lost was you do have to use your fingers.
Yes,
I agree.
Type A didn't have the funk though that Lumi had.
Yes, I still voted for Lumi.
I know.
Yes.
And I think that, like I said, when my review on Lumi is, I said it didn't get my vote, my approval, but I couldn't smell myself, but I could only smell the funk, and I just didn't like the funk.
Same here.
What
I
liked
couldn't
about
get
this
past that.
Yeah, the Type A didn't have a funk. I liked how smooth it went on. It went on like a lotion. It felt really smooth and creamy.
Yes.
It didn't really have like a greasiness, like a dry time to it, quote unquote, which I liked.
Right.
Yeah.
And the scent was really pretty. Like the lavender one I used was really pretty. And I do really love that I don't know, to me it's kind of satisfying to squeeze out just a little bit and then like kind of use it like a roll-on, even though it's not a roll-on. Like the tube, I don't know. It had like a sunscreen quality to it, like roll-on kind of thing, and I liked that.
I liked better that you didn't have to use your hands. You know, it does have like the applicator, because the Lumi, I mean, I don't mind, but I'd rather not just have to solve so many pits with my hands if I don't have to.
I didn't, a con for me was, they weren't necessarily clean.
Yes.
Right. Now, were they better than, an aluminum deodorant? If you're switching right out the gate, maybe this is a good transition deodorant for you.
Right.
Okay.
But if you need to be uber clean, it's probably not your best bet.
Probably the best choice.
Yep, I agree with you.
So that kind of, that was tough for me.
Yeah, because their ingredient list, even if you look on the back, is quite long versus some of these other ones literally have like 4 ingredients or 2 ingredients.
Well, and I think if I remember correctly, the Type A, I think the unscented one scored better, I think, as far as like being quote unquote cleaner.
Yes.
But I enjoy their scents. So even though it might not be as clean, if I was going to use that, I would probably still pick the one that was scented.
Right.
But the unscented one, if you really need to be like super clean, that one actually was a better option. Had a lower score.
Agreed. And then when we're talking about scoring, we're talking about the EWG scoring, the Skin Deep, the environmental working group that goes through and vets all the ingredients and chemicals that are in all these, cosmetic items. So when we were talking about that, if you watch our previous or listen to our previous podcast or vlogcast, you'll hear what we're talking about with that.
Yeah.
And it's a great tool.
This is the recap, and this is like why we liked it, why we didn't like it. The other thing, the other con for me is, tubes, sometimes you can't get all the product out.
Yeah. Yes.
So it does come in a tube, and if you don't have it sitting the right way, you might not be able to get all the product out. Not that that's the end of the world, but like with the other,
you pay for it,
right?
Yeah.
And these aren't. I mean, they're in general like they're decent. They're in the decent price category. They're not heinously expensive. There are some deodorants out there that we are contemplating testing that are very expensive. That we are putting in the running for next Sting-Free Summer for 2022.
We cannot wait to do this next year,
I know,
guys.
it's going to be fun. And the bracket
big next.
Yeah, the bracket's going to be
huge.
huge. But anyways, so that's another thought of, it isn't a tube, and sometimes it's hard to get everything out of there, but you could cut it open and, squeegee it out if you want to,
if you really
but you're not going to hit pan, quote unquote, in that one like you do on the other one. Okay, so on to My Magic Mud. That one, they originally started with toothpaste and then moved on, I imagine, because all the products they're using the toothpaste you could use in a deodorant, and so it's all like edible anyway. So My Magic Mud, what I liked about it is it has charcoal in it. It does go on clear. Now, one thing I'm going to edit, I didn't want to go back and reshoot and edit what we already did, but so apparently my sweat changes with the seasons.
Oh.
Because I tested that all through like the end of last summer and into this. I didn't really get into this like 90-degree heat. So what I've noticed is the stink isn't there, but I'm getting a little bit of staining. Not bad, but a little bit of discoloration. Okay. Probably because I'm sweating out more toxicity because of the way I'm sweating. Not that I care. It comes out in the wash.
Okay.
It comes out in the wash, but I do want to say a little edit to that is I said it went on clear originally because it did. And just in like the last like couple of weeks that I've been wearing it, the temperature and the humidity has changed. And it could also be my body detoxing differently.
Right. Well, it is very hot.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I just want to say that I did have some discoloration, but I didn't even put stain, remover on it, but I washed it per usual and it came right out. The stain wasn't there. So it's not a big deal for me. But I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
But I like it because it goes on pretty smooth. The downside is you do have to hold it onto your armpit for it has coconut oil in it. So you have to and it gets kind of gritty looking like on the top. It doesn't look very pretty. But if you hold it up to your skin and just give it like 10 seconds to just heat up, it doesn't feel scratchy when you use it.
Yes.
And in general, it's really clear for a charcoal deodorant because I've used other charcoal deodorants that when you put them on,
it discolors.
They literally
you
have like a black armpit.
Yeah.
Well, like it's charcoal.
Now they didn't go up against Schmitz. Each and every did, but Schmitz. And we love Schmitz.
Yeah.
They're the OG, but they have a charcoal deodorant and it does. We have noticed it stained.
Yep.
So, and charcoal is a great ingredient for a deodorant.
Right.
Charcoal can detox a multitude of things. It can detox even your digestive system, so that's a whole other episode. But so it's great. It's a great ingredient to put under your armpits, but it's not so great if it's going to ruin your clothing. I don't think it's worth it,
Right. Like all your white shirts go in the trash because you can't get the staining out.
Exactly.
So,
My Magic Mud also has a lot of really good and unique scents.
Yes.
Yeah,
a lot
they do
of
have some
combos
unique
that you
scents.
don't really find other places.
Yeah,
At
they
least
did
I
have
haven't anyway.
They did have good smells. And I even threw some of those smells on as a perfume. Like I didn't necessarily need to reapply to my armpits, but I would throw it on my wrist to kind of add a little bit of smell.
It's strong enough, the sillage, it lasts. You can smell it around.
It's a little
you.
permeating.
Yeah, permeates.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah, in a good way.
So I'm down with that. I liked Magic Mud too. I mean, it was our winner, so I mean, it got my approval.
Yes.
But if you have an issue with magnesium or with charcoal, technically EWG, those are considered
possible irritants.
Possible irritants to some people.
Yes.
So just be aware of that. If you can't wear those, then whatever.
Yes.
So okay, and then lastly is
each and every.
And they are, I consider, the most standard to typical deodorants.
They're very much just like your typical stick deodorant to me. It is coconut oil based, but I will say the thing I like about that being it's not soupy. It doesn't melt the way other ones do. So that's what I like about it because it goes on. But it's creamy enough. You don't have to hold it there to let it warm up. You can just kind of immediately put it on, which I like. Yeah. Now that there's a problem with the other ones I've used, you have to let warm up, but it's just easy to grab and throw on.
It looks pretty in the tube. It looks pretty.
It
I like that it's round also because I felt like
different.
it kind of went on more even
contours to your curves of your armpit.
Your armpit curves.
Yeah, your armpit curves.
Curvy armpits.
Yes.
It does. And
it's body positive.
And I like their sample kit that you can try. They have tons of scents. I think they have a lot of scents. They have anything from like super mild scents to like very bold scents. And they have
unscented.
I think they even have an unscented.
Yes, they have an unscented
anything.
too. And so that is one thing I will say about like the Type A and the Each and Every. They were the only ones that I believe had completely unscented, because I don't know that Pit Liquor had unscented.
I don't think they do.
It does. I want to say that they
My
had,
Magic Mud does not have an unscented.
I don't think that Pit Liquor does, because it would have to be just
be alcohol.
It would just be alcohol.
I don't think they do. Although I will say some of their scents are very mild.
Yeah.
It's not like overpowering.
It's not overwhelming.
Yeah, you don't have to pick something overpowering, you know.
Right.
So
But if you are looking for specifically unscented, like you're that person, I don't know, maybe you work in a doctor's office and maybe you're a practitioner and you can't wear scents because it bothers, your patients.
Right.
Type A has an unscented, and Each and Every has an unscented as far as our winners go.
Exactly. Yes.
So is there any other things you guys want to add about Each and Every?
Oh gosh,
I don't think so. I mean, now I'm just really torn because it's come down to the final countdown, and I don't know.
chose my winner.
Okay,
so here's how.
Good for you.
No, let me just tell you. This is how I chose my winner, and I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not going to tell you what my winner is, but this is how I chose my winner. So when I go to pick a deodorant, essentially I have all these sitting on the counter, and I started going for which one I went for the most often.
Okay.
And if I didn't have, I actually traveled recently and only packed one deodorant. I'm not going to say which one I packed. I packed one, and I found myself missing another deodorant. And so it's kind of like, if you love something, let it go.
So it was a love triangle.
And so it was a love triangle, and I found that I was missing the other deodorant, and so that's why I picked my one, because at the end of the day, even though I love all these brands, and even the ones that lost. Okay, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even the ones that lost.
Good. Yeah.
You need to go check out those brands, because really we endorse them, like Schmidt's, the OG. They may have lost, but we love that brand, and just because it didn't win for us this time doesn't mean it wouldn't work for you. And we've tried to give you really clean options with we tried to give you good solid reviews that you could make good purchasing decisions. We always talk about purchasing power. Spend your money, vote with your money.
And these are all brands that we did ultimately approve. I mean, we put them in our bracket, so we ultimately approve of them. So
Exactly. So if
they're worth checking out.
They're worth checking out. We never want to poo-poo on any of these, because they're all clean. Like some of them are really clean. And so give them a go. Right. And if you liked ones that we didn't approve of, then say, hey, I tried that one. I loved it.
Or if you have one that maybe you found and you're like, hey, you guys should try this. Or maybe you found one that you haven't tried yet, but you're like, you guys check this out. I want to know more about it.
Yep.
Throw that in the comments, because like we said, we're doing a big bracket.
We're doing the research right now for next summer.
Yep, for next summer.
So throw us everything unique, interesting, weird.
You can always visit our website and email directly from that. And I mean, any way you want to do it. Sometimes comments things get lost in the comments, so you can always email us directly or contact us directly through our website, curatedclean.com. And we love it when our crew lets us know what we should do.
Or tag, make sure if you're going to leave a comment or something, tag us on Facebook or Instagram, and then we'll see that.
Yeah. Yes.
So make sure you tag us if you've got something you want us to check out. If you find something on Instagram, hey, just tag us and say, hey, at Curated Clean, check this one out,
Yeah.
So we'd love to have that right now, because that's where we're making it's going to be a mega bracket, guys.
It is going to be a mega bracket.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's going to be
so
good.
cool. So what I think we should do is
I'm going to remove that. We have some stuff on the table, so I'm going to take this off.
Okay. Yeah. I think we should. We've got papers in front of us. I think each one of us should take our turn.
The time has come.
The other two will close their eyes, avert their eyes, and each person will reveal to the camera.
We're going to reveal to you guys
one by one what we chose. And then we will reveal them finally, after we've all done that individually, to one another.
And then we're going to find out who our winner is.
And then we'll find out who the winner is. So once again.
Well, hopefully we'll find a winner. If we don't, we're going to have to battle it out as to,
if we all choose something different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be all right. Well,
all right, guys.
We could choose something different, but that's okay. And this is part of the reason why you're going to find out right now how we're going to determine a winner if we come up with 3 different ones, because somebody's got to win.
Too, when you show this, it's going to be back. Is it going to be backwards?
Will it be backwards? I don't know.
Well, whatever.
That's okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll know what we're talking about. You're smart.
And we'll
people.
be talking about it.
And we'll talk about it in
anyway.
just a second.
Well, no, because our
okay.
thing behind us is always
Okay, that's
our
true.
name behind us is always correct. Okay,
That's true.
Who? How are we gonna do this? You
I
want
don't know.
Because you are so sure. I
Okay,
think you should
avert
go
your
first.
eyes.
Okay.
I
We'll
know
avert
who
our
I'm
eyes.
choosing.
I'm just gonna look.
I know who I'm choosing. Okay, you got. Is everybody closing their eyes?
Should I sing? Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Okay, I'm gonna hold mine up. I hope you guys can read this. Dee. Here's my winner.
Okay, my eyes are still closed.
Okay, and I'm putting mine down.
Put yours down.
Okay, so who's next?
Can we open our eyes?
Okay.
Yes,
I'll
you
do
can
that.
open
Okay,
your
we're
eyes.
opening
Mine's
eyes.
hidden off the table.
All right.
Whitney
Okay,
has
I'll do
chosen
it.
Gonna go
next.
next. Oh my gosh, do you know?
Did she decide?
I'm just
Did she
like, everyone
Okay.
listening. I just want you to know I still have 2 in my head.
I
That
have
they're very close.
I have 2 that I'm not sure, but I think I'm just gonna jump in and do the one that I tend to reach for
I'm
more.
Closing,
of
okay, I'm
those
closing
2.
my eyes. I'm
Okay.
closing my
All right,
eyes.
everybody's eyes closed.
Here it goes again, round 2. My eyes are closed.
Yeah, my eyes are
Although,
closed.
can I just tell you guys, this has been a really fun series to experiment with and try, and we're excited for next year. I know we keep plugging next year's, but
Keep your
we
eyes
really have a
closed.
ton of
What I'm
deodorants
gonna
coming
show,
up.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know if they can even.
I've got
see
some
that,
really.
but there's
I
mine.
found some
Okay.
really interesting.
Okay, mine is hidden, so you guys can
Oh, I
open
can
your
open my
eyes
eyes?
now.
Did you take it off the table? Okay.
I didn't. It's just here, but
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I can't read it. I couldn't see it.
All right,
I'll put it in
Okay,
my
my
lap.
eyes are closed.
I'm
Maybe
just
are
gonna
you
go-
determined?
I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Keep your eyes closed.
Okay, my eyes are.
I'm averting my eyes.
I'll keep them
This is okay. So what I was saying is, this has been really fun. It's been fun to try a lot of different things, and also
Yes.
see.
I'm gonna show it
there
to the
were-
camera.
There were some items. Can I just tell you, there were some deodorants that we thought were really clean, and
You
when
can
we
open your eyes.
actually went to the
Really
EWG,
weren't.
they were not clean.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we were surprised.
We were
Yeah.
surprised at how many things
But I'm
weren't as
glad that
clean as we
we-
thought they were.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that we know that now because
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 And okay, so I'm also going to admit this. So next year, we're going to have some that technically maybe aren't as clean, but they'd be a
Yeah.
really good transition deodorant. That there are some that we just really, really love, and they may not fall into the category of like, you know, the cleanest of clean.
Yeah.
But they're a lot cleaner. And so we're going to have some transition ones too, because let's be honest, I always say do
Maybe
the
we
best
should
you
have-
can as often as you can.
Maybe we should
Right.
have a category best transition deodorant.
Best transition
Yes.
deodorant.
Whoa! Just
Whoa.
kidding.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Are we ready to show each
Okay.
other?
I'm so nervous.
Okay, ready? On 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
What?
It's
Each and every
unanimous.
one.
Oh my gosh.
Each and every
okay.
made it. Okay, so
Unanimous.
So wait, you said it was down between 2. Who are your top 2?
Okay, my top 2 are actually Pit Liquor and Each and Every because I use Pit Liquor a lot.
Okay, what was
Those
it down?
are my top 2 because
Really?
I use Pit Liquor and I use each and every. But then I was like, which one do I normally just grab if I'm in a
Yes.
hurry? And
Okay,
I tend to because
so-
it's more of a stick, so I just tend to grab that more often because
Yeah.
with the Pit Liquor I
Ease
do
of
have
use.
to wait.
Ease
yeah.
of use.
So my top 2 are My Magic Mud and Each and Every.
Right.
And okay, so Each and Every, congratulations. You
Each
won.
and Every.
Oh.
Unanimous winner.
Pow.
Yeah,
Strongest.
Anyways, wow. We just
That was
Okay,
easy.
That was easy.
That was
Okay.
super
I thought we
easy.
were gonna have to do another round, but
God, I literally to the last second. But you know what got me was when you said I only packed 1 deodorant.
yeah.
And then I wished I'd had another deodorant.
Uh-huh.
And I think right then and there I thought, gosh, if I literally could only have 1
Yep.
for all
Yeah.
possible
Then
occasions,
I'm gonna
Yep.
take that.
I'm
yeah.
gonna pick Each and Every for ease of use, easy to pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wear it
easy-
with anything.
Wear it with anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So Each and Every is my
Yeah.
and the I mean there's like what 6 ingredients, 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
There's
Everything's clean.
Yep.
Even the fragrances are clean. It
Yes.
has great ratings on EWG.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's literally nothing not to like
I also
about
feel like
it.
you get a lot of product for the price point too.
Yes.
Because like I said, it's like this, and it's like a hefty tube.
Yeah,
like when
it
you
is.
hold
And
it,
I
it
think
feels
you could
heavy.
probably, I don't know, but I think you could probably recycle that tube, couldn't
Yeah.
I
you?
would think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I would think so.
There's
nothing.
so
Now,
many.
just because Each and Every one, okay, we still say, like I said earlier, you got to check them all out because they're
Yeah.
all amazing.
Yes.
They're all
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I wear all these.
Yes,
I
me
wear
too.
all of them.
I tend to
Me too.
rotate a lot.
Yeah,
and
I'll
just
tell you
do-
what, I still am blown away. If I have to, and we've been remodeling our house, I've been outside painting and it's 97 degrees outside,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, it's hot.
97 degrees in Southwest Missouri.
Yeah.
And I've been wearing my Magic Mud for all the hefty stuff.
Yep.
All the hefty stuff outside, carrying heavy furniture. That's what I've been using it for.
Yep.
My Pit Liquor, I use it constantly for like even like before bed. Like, I just want a little something to make sure I don't wake up stinky or sweaty.
Actually,
you know?
I will admit, I use pit liquor a lot like that before bed because I feel like it's killing the bacteria.
Yes.
And I don't really want a ton of, like, the smell smells good, but I don't have to worry about, like, waking up smelling like, oh, that's old deodorant smell from the night before as I got all sweaty.
Exactly.
And I actually do find that I wake up feeling more neutralized in my smell because I sweat at night. Okay, as a person who no longer has, female organs that call for hormones, the night sweats, Whitney can attest to this.
It's no joke.
Night sweats, menopausal night sweats are horrible. They're just horrible. You wake up and you're completely soaked. You're like, what on earth is going on? Yeah. And you kind of stink the next day because you are so sweaty. Once again, we want you to sweat. Obviously, my body needs to detox something in that process chemically, but pit liquor, when I've used it before bed, I wake up smelling neutral in the morning, which is awesome. Yeah. So anyways, we each and every is our winner.
I can't believe it. Woo!
Each and every is our winner.
Congratulations.
But all the other ones, mad props to all the contenders in the final round because they were all fantastic and we endorse all of them because we like them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways.
Wow. Okay. Guys, wow.
This is it. The end of Sting Free Summer. We thank you so much for tuning in. Yes. We hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a long review process, but really fun to do. And we hope we've given you some options to try and, let us know what you liked and which ones you tried and enjoyed. So we always want to tell you that, we thank you for your time. We know it is precious. So
be healthy,
be well,
and God bless you.
If you like listening to this podcast, stop by curatedclean.com, where you'll find links to all the different ways you can tune in each week, along with details from each episode. While you're there, sign up for our newsletter for further information on each topic we cover. For video versions of each episode, check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, where you can find glimpses of all things behind the scenes.